it's me, Mariah, and today we're going to talk about spit. That's pretty fun. I didn't say a cuss word, I said spit, and it's out of this passage right here in John 9, and this just cracks me up because we talk about Jesus, and maybe you've seen pictures of him where he has like a sheep and a bathrobe, and he's just like beautiful, and man, this guy's kind of rugged and creative. So when God put on skin and came into this world, he did things in a different way than we could ever expect, right? So he sees a blind guy, and this is what he does. I'm not saying you should do this at home. I'm just saying this is what Jesus did. He heals lots of different ways. You could try the spit thing if you feel like you should. But anyways, so John 9, verse 5, he says, I am the light of the world. And then having said this, he spit on the ground, made some mud with his saliva, and put it on the man's eyes. What? And then he said, go, wash in the pool of Siloam. So the man went and washed, and he came home seeing. Now, I don't think there was anything magical about Jesus' saliva or even about the pool. The thing I see here is obedience. What Jesus says to do, if we do, we will experience healing. And that is so sweet. It doesn't always mean physically. Sometimes it does, but it always means spiritually. And this guy got both. He had physical and spiritual healing, but he let Jesus do what Jesus wanted to do. And there's a story like this in my own life. I worked in rural ministry, and we needed money badly, like super badly. We had a big fundraiser, and I was getting my money talk ready, and I was like, all right, bring on the money. And I felt the Lord say, no, don't tell the people about money. Tell the people about me. And I was like, that is the wrong message. I need to tell the people about money, and they need to give us a lot of money. And I kept feeling convicted. Convicted, if you don't know what that is, it's that feeling like I should do this, right? This like, I must do this or I'm doing something wrong. And so I knew that I wasn't supposed to talk about money. So we preached. We had hundreds of people. I gave them an awesome message about Jesus, and I was like, yes, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. So now I'm going to get what I really want, money. And so we counted all the money at the end of the night. Very little money. Like we needed $25,000 and we had $5,000. And I was mad. I'm like, Lord, I did what you said to do. Why didn't you do what you said you were going to do? First of all, he never said he was going to give me money. Second of all, he never said any of that stuff. He just told me to do what I was supposed to do. I was like, man. So if you've ever had a I'm mad at you, God moment, I had one on the porch of this fancy place where we had this bad fundraiser where everybody went away crying, going, oh, Jesus is so good. I'm like, actually, he's not so good because I'm broke. And I was really upset. So that was a long night of me being upset with myself because I should have talked about money clearly, and with the Lord because he didn't do what I told him he should do. That's never a good idea. So the next morning, the phone rings, pick it up. It's a number from out of town. Hey, this is Mariah. This lady starts talking. She said, hey, I've heard about what's going on in Yelm, and my husband and I would like to give you a gift, $20,000. It was the next little bit of time. And in that pause between my obedience and expecting the miracle, I threw a fit. What the heck? I just began to weep on the phone. Jesus already had given that lady the money. She already was going to give it to the area, but nobody was going to give my area Jesus. He's like, I got the money taken care of. Will you bring the ministry? And I don't know what it is you're waiting for in your life and what it is God's asking you to be obedient in, but I'm telling you right now, God is always faithful. The question isn't if God is faithful. The question is always, are we faithful? And the only reason he invites us to do things, he could have healed that guy right then with the spit in his eye. He could have healed him right then by just saying you're healed. But he wanted the guy to be part of the miracle. Jesus loves letting us be part of the miracle. I got to be part of the miracle, and then I ruined it by throwing a fit. Don't ruin your miracle by throwing a fit. Just be obedient and be on the lookout because Jesus is coming to bless that obedience. Hey, that's the last one of this little season. So thanks for hanging out. Thanks for letting me talk about hard things and fun things and exciting things. And I hope you know that on technology isn't the only way to find Jesus. He's in nature. He's in the Word. He's in the local church. If you are around Young Life, I encourage you to get plugged in. He's in worship. There's some great music out there too. And whatever it is you do, I just pray you keep going forward in your faith. And thanks for sharing time with me.